Gone for it. 6. Going all the way.
In 2005, England reached the summit.
That's a beautiful stroke with which to make a maiden Test century.
England won the Ashes on home soil and humiliated the Aussies, who had won every series for nearly 20 years prior. But the next year, in 2006, the Empire struck back. You were looking at one of the most ruthless cricket teams in history.
Good question. Follow the stumps.
One of the most exciting things that's ever happened to me in cricket. I regained the Ashes way back in 1959, and here it is again today, and it was goose pimple time, I can tell you.
2006, the WACA. Australia reclaims the Ashes in a historic whitewash that defined a generation.
We heard after 2005 and we've been ready, so we'll enjoy a couple of quiet ones or very loud ones, I think.
But this was the real goal. Before social media and media training sanitised everything, this is what a cricket celebration looked like.
I'm glad I got you nice and early because you're not going to have too many of those tonight. You're going to get ready for Melbourne, is that right?
That's exactly right. My last drink for the night, yeah.
I haven't spoken to you yet. I've heard the captain a few times. Oh, no.
Go easy.
Oh, no. That's your contract cut for that. Your contract's down for that.
It was one of those things where every moment was being lived out there by all those players because of what happened in 2005.
This is the 2006 Ashes, the Revenge Tour.
To the Australians by 8 wickets.
He's done it!
He's done it.
The last ball, can you believe that?
And the hottest news all around Australia is that the Australian cricket team has regained the Ashes. A magnificent captain has led a magnificent team to a startling triumph. 3 Test matches out of 3 to achieve their glory. This really is a very special occasion here at the WACA ground in Perth. Ian Healy and Richie Benaud are alongside me just to explore over the next half an hour exactly what the Australians have achieved today. This is right up there, Richie.
One of the most exciting things that's ever happened to me in cricket. I regained the Ashes way back in 1959, and here it is again today, and it was goose pimple time, I can tell you.
Oh, I've still got them. Just watching that wicket go again, I can't believe it. It was an extremely nostalgic feel out there, very much like Adelaide at the end of that Test match, the second Test. And today the crowd flocked in again. I think you went through it at the Oval in England, 2005. I've never seen an Australian crowd so supportive and so up for their team when the Ashes were won.
There's something to be said in the no gain without pain thing, isn't there? They suffered.
They did. They did. It was one of those things where every moment was being lived out there by all those players because of what happened in 2005.
That's right. And if you were putting your finger on any one thing more special than anything else, what would that be?
Oh, just the dominance. They had to work hard today. They had to work really, really hard, and they got the job done.
All right, I've got to stop you because we're going to go straight into the Australian dressing room. How about this?
Well, go, Todd, go.
Well, I've been landed to the change rooms very quickly. I've got the Australian selector. I've got all sorts of people who are milling around just enjoying themselves. I might see if I can try and grab one of the players here just for a moment. Who have I got? I've got Michael Young. I've got Glenn McGrath over here. Follow me over here, boys. Glenn McGrath.
Hey, what's up?
How are you, mate?
Yeah, always good.
Tell me how good that feels. Has it sunk in now? Is it just time to mellow out and enjoy it? Or is it still excitement?
Yeah, I'm not sure it's sunk in yet, but I think to me it's order restored. It's back to the way it should be. The trophy cabinet's full again, and head off to Melbourne. Hopefully continue the way we're going.
Played a big part last night with those 2 wickets. Was that the final nail?
I think it was. I think it was a combination of all the hard work done by, especially Warne, Saf, and the rest of the boys. And it was, I was lucky to want to get them few at the end and sort of, made yesterday worthwhile.
Just go back sort of 18 months ago when you lost them. Now, because you've lost them, does it make it more special today?
I think it does. The thing that stands in my mind is, standing on the Oval watching England get the Ashes, and it was, I guess, a place I didn't want to be again. And the way the boys have played this series has been sensational. So I think they're going to enjoy it.
I'm going to go and ask a few of these blokes who are throwing things at us, how they're feeling. Andrew Symonds and Michael Clarke are over here. G'day, boys.
Hey, Tom. Oh, here we go, the bar.
How are you, boys?
Yeah, very well, buddy. Thank you, very well.
I'm glad I got you nice and early. I'm glad I got you nice and early because you're not going to have too many of those tonight. You're going to get ready for Melbourne, is that right?
That's exactly right. My last drink for the night, yeah.
Can I have money on that?
No, I'm not a gambler. I don't bet.
Simo, your part in the game, mate. A couple of wickets in the first innings. A big wicket of Flintoff. And let's looking at this. If Damien Martin had played, you may not have been here. So what's that like?
Yeah, mate, I was shaking for quite some time after the last wicket. Really can't believe this is happening. So, mate, it's pretty exciting, and I'm just taking it all in,
A shame, Warne, over there. Oh, you've lightened up, Warne?
What's that, mate?
You're nice and lightened up now, eh?
Yep.
You're looking forward to Melbourne, or just letting yourself enjoy this first?
Not thinking of Melbourne at this stage. I'm just enjoying the moment. I think all the boys deserve it. Worked hard. We're ready, and 3-0's been fantastic.
4-0 in Melbourne, and maybe 700 Test wickets for you.
Yeah, well, as Andrew Flintoff said, he's got nothing to lose now. They're playing for pride. It'd be nice for us to go all the way and play well like we've been playing, and hopefully get a couple more wins on the board.
Right, boys, enjoy the night. Take it easy, eh? Take it easy. I've got the captain over here. Matthew.
Who do you reckon that was throwing peanuts at?
I hope it wasn't. It wouldn't have been Merv, no.
You stupid dumb fastball on our selector.
Ados. I haven't spoken to you yet. I've heard the captain a few times. Oh, no.
Go easy.
Oh, no. That's your contract cut for that. Your contract's down for that. Haydos. I think last time I was in this room, you just made 380 and I was getting showered then.
Yep.
Can you compare making 380 a Test match to this?
Who cares about the 380, mate? Absolutely. Would take Alfie, turn it up. He was probably doing the same thing back then,
he was exactly
Goose
right.
to the end, I tell you. Yeah, mate, I think individual results are, fantastic, but team results mean absolutely everything. And, this is a huge win for us. It's something which we've been working, incredibly hard at now for the last time we were in England. And, mate, I'm just so proud to be in this dressing room, to be playing with some of the all-time greats of the game.
One question I want to ask probably both of you, just quickly before I go. Was there a moment maybe yesterday where you thought, we might have to wait till Melbourne to get these Ashes back?
I didn't think that, no. They got a long tail with their batting, and I knew that we were going to create enough chances in 190 overs to take 10 wickets. And, with Warne being at one end, what was going to be for long periods of time in the game, I thought we could create enough chances for sure.
Well, boys, I'm going to move on. Where's Alfie Langer gone? There he is. Alfie, you wouldn't have thrown things at me, would you? Not with your kids around?
Well, how can I, mate? How can I? I've got these beautiful daughters.
So you're nice and dry, so no one's thrown anything on you yet?
Thanks, mate. And I've got another one here just to... Thing is, it's not every day you win the Ashes, is it? So it's been a great series, and mate, it's time to celebrate.
You wrapped them up on home soil with all your family here. Can it get any better?
No. If I never played another game of cricket, this is as good as it gets. I can't ever remember feeling so happy after a Test series.
And who have you got here, mate?
I've got Sophie, Jessica, Ellie Rose, and little Gracie. So it's great to have all my kids here.
What do you think, kids? Proud of Dad?
Yeah.
Was it all Dad's doing, or was it the Australian team's doing?
All
all Daddy?
All Dad, was it?
Yeah, it was all Dad.
Yeah, all Dad.
Couldn't have done it without Daddy, could they? For the first ball duck, yeah, perfect.
How many days did you come for? How many days? Every day?
You came every day, didn't you? And you loved it.
No, we missed one day.
One day, did you?
One day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you get older, kids, you'll look back and say, I was in the change rooms with my dad and Australia regained the Ashes. So it's a very special day, and I'm sure you remember it when you get older, okay? Well done, Alfie.
Yeah, thanks, Dad. Thanks a lot.
I'm going to have a little beer with you. And the guy's just given me this little memento here. Australia regains the Ashes, 2006-07. I'm going to have a little beer, boys. You won't see me again. Cheers.
Well, there's plenty of other players who deserve the plaudits too. Those are amazing. See, this is unprecedented access. I think it's worth pointing out that to get into the Australian dressing room at this stage, never mind at any other stage, is a remarkable thing. Good of the Aussies to let us in there. Ian Healy, you've been in there. It, in Michael Slater's words, is a feeling that is difficult to describe and completely unbeatable.
Yep, that is the favourite part. That would be a part that I'd miss about playing cricket, being up here, that's for sure. It's a favourite time of mine. That looks like the calm after the storm, I reckon. They've had a whirlwind go through that room, and together as a team they've had a bit of a love-in, and now it's all quite calm and relaxed before they decide what the next step might be.
Next step might be the calm after the storm.
Yeah, the second storm. There's often one that follows up the big one.
Well, there's always a bit of shock, isn't there? You kind of the sink-in period is just takes a bit of time. People sit around quietly, and then you pick up the momentum a bit as you get a few down. You start to share some of the stories of the play, but at the moment there's a bit of quiet reflection to it.
Totally. There's so much relief there. There's been a lot of hard work gone in, and all the boys talked about it. This is a culmination of a lot of hard work and hours of pressure that they've had to sustain and absorb from England, and they've done it, and there's a whole lot of relief right there, right now. You just sit back and go, whoa, how proud is that? How satisfied am I feeling?
OK, we're not going away. We're going to have a short break for some commercials. We'll unravel the story when we come back. We can also rest on those words of Ricky Ponting and Shane Warne. The job ain't done yet. There's 5 test matches to play. Triumphant scenes are from just a few moments ago at the WACA ground here in Perth, where this magnificent Australian cricket team have regained the Ashes. Ian Healy and Richie Benaud are here with me. We've just been inside the dressing room. We're now going to go back to the start of the day because it was conceivable that all results were on.
Perfectly conceivable, and you had 2 players out there who could make it happen. You had Flintoff, the skipper, and you had Peterson, both of them wonderful attacking players. And the big thing for the skipper, Andy Flintoff, was that he needed to be there. He had to force himself to be there at the end of the England innings. Now, the events will unfold and you'll see what happened, but that was the thing for England.
And the pitch was still fine.
Pitch was good. Warne will spin on that pitch, but he'd spin on any pitch, day 5, so the pitch was good. If it was a pitch that would allow them to survive.
All right, well, needless to say, it was time for Flintoff to get a few, so let's have a look. Richie, such power.
Well, that's a good example of it. First ball he went whack, and in this over, he played some glorious strokes, almost without effort. It was lovely timing and getting himself into position, which he hasn't been doing in the earlier matches. And that was just a little nudge for 6. Away over square leg, and everyone thought that the ball was going to be caught by Hussey, and it went over his head, added 6 more.
Now, let's be honest, do you think at any stage there the Australians began to wonder?
No. Yeah, I think they did. It got to 222 needed, and those two were still on fire. They were batting pretty easily. They were coping with everything Australia was throwing at them. So, yep, everyone was starting to think, can this series twist again?
So, a strike had to happen, and guess who? You've already guessed. Warne to Andrew Flintoff, and did him really in the flight.
Did him in the flight, and then he didn't have much luck, Richie, because that regularly would turn past off stump.
Yeah, Warne's been spinning the ball a great deal. That was beautifully bowled. You picked it up in the commentary box that he was holding the ball for that delivery as he would for a seam delivery or a swing delivery. And in fact, that was why it didn't spin so much, but it certainly dropped on him, beat him in the flight, and flicked the outside of the off stump.
Perhaps above everything, that's the one thing that we don't focus enough on with Warne. We talk a lot about his spin, his strength, his bowling brain, but this dip, this thing that is hard to explain, this thing that happens when the ball just drops in front of the batsman and means that the batsman feels it isn't quite there, is a wonderful thing, isn't it?
If ever you want an example of that, the drift that goes from off to leg, and then the overspin that drops the ball. Just think back to Collingham up in Brisbane when he was trying to get his century in one hit, gave himself a little bit of room to the leg side, and that ball left him 30 centimetres short of where he believed it was going to be. And that is the overspin and the brilliance Warne uses.
Even Paul Collingwood had to admit that was a good one at the time, didn't he? Next to go was Geraint Jones. And this was Ian Healy. Extraordinary, really. Brilliant from Ponting.
Not one other Australian was looking at the stumps. Look, they're all worried about the appeal. Ponting has snuck a run out in. I suppose it's a run out. Geraint Jones' foot was stuck on the line, not where it is there, it was out in front of the line. The only person that knew it was on was Ponting, and he got under the radar and snared him.
And we'd had a near one before that when Mike Hussey nearly did Peterson, but Peterson made it back. This was the Sage Mahmood LBW Stuart Clarke, who's been a revelation.
Stuart Clarke has got 16 wickets at 18.3. That's his average on this series. He's the leading wicket taker. Warne is now up to 14 wickets after today. Steve Harmison out LBW there. He likes to sweep. It's a shot he plays. He didn't get it off today. Warne took him. He had 1 for 100 overnight, and he ends up with 4 for 115.
He wouldn't have much liked Rudy's face either when the finger went up.
No.
Warne awaits then. He's on 6.99. The Australians are celebrating in their dressing room, and we're looking over what happened here today. We've got to lunch. England are 9 down. See you in a moment. The moment. Bill Laurie was commentating, Monty Panesar was on strike. It was the second ball after lunch. A dramatic moment for a team that got together to share something very special, the fact that the Ashes had been regained. It then turned into a bit of a party. And I'm still here with Richie and Ian Healy. Richie, this is a very good thing for cricket, isn't it? This team keep raising the bar.
They certainly do, there's no question about that. After 2005, Ricky Ponting set himself that mistakes that might have been made in England wouldn't be made again, and they have raised everything this summer. Brisbane, then Adelaide, and now in Perth, and they're 3 up.
They're very aggressively 3 up too. You know, they're not leaving this series yet. Adam Gilchrist went down to the Barmy Army and signalled 3-0, we want more. Made a real point of that. So they're not finished.
Well, we noticed when we were talking to the players in the dressing room a moment ago that a couple of them said, you know, there were 5 tests to play here. Do you think that the best way to wipe the slate clean from England, as far as they're concerned, is the clean sweep?
Definitely, or at least keep England nude. Keep them on 0. That's the best way to wipe 2005 out of minds.
Stuart Clarke there, who's played such a key role, who was, if you remember, before the game at the Gabba, not much more than a 50-50 shout. Richard Johnson and Sean Tate were calls to play in the game.
You know, this morning, this crowd was only at about, 8,000 people, I reckon? I think it's
like Adelaide too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it swelled to about 20. And they got to see it done just after lunch so quickly, with Warne whipping out Panesar's stumps. Warne goes to 699 test wickets. That's a benchmark that's been shattered. I think in my time 430 was a lot of wickets. And now Warne's up to 700.
In my time 248 was a lot.
Just also worth a moment on the 2 Clarks, because 48 hours before the first test match at the Gabba, one wasn't going to play and one wasn't necessarily going to play.
And they're both stars.
Yeah.
They've been a massive difference to the performance of the team. Without Stuart Clarke in our bowling attack, we wouldn't have been half the side they've been. And Michael Clarke's averaging over 100 with the bat. His technique's all back together, and England haven't got an answer to him at this stage, spin or quicks. The difference between 2005 and now is the top order, and the middle order really. Australia's got 3 men averaging over 100, and Mike Hussey's averaging 138. Do you believe that? In England, their best average was 44, Justin Langer, and that's where they were a bit iffy, but not this year.
One point to remember is that after the Sydney Test match, the Australians won't play another test for 11 months. So there'll be some changes. It might still be the same 2 openers, but we don't know. But I think we do know the middle of the order. Ponting, Hussey, Clarke. And there they are.
Yeah, and having watched the side that Ian Healy played in, if you were looking at the Australian sides of the last dozen years, say, this one now with that middle order is right up there, isn't it?
Well, not only right up there, but it's exciting. The last 4 years of cricket I've watched have been the most exciting I've ever watched in my lifetime, either as a player or a sitter-by or as a commentator. And it is wonderful to see, and that starts from 2003.
Guess who's got the second best middle order in world cricket? England. It's coming good, isn't it? They've got some great young talent, and they will establish themselves and become a really great side.
And the champions are still going strong. What's your gut feeling, McGrath and Warne?
We mightn't have them too much longer, I don't think.
Oh, really? Do you know something we don't know?
No. But you know, they're doing it tough at times.
I'll go perhaps with McGrath along that line, but Warne, I think he'd be there in 2009, and he's still 39 when the last ball is bowled in that Ashes series.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. We've seen something special here today. We're talking champions, cricketers that have made the game very special for all who watch it. They've played with a magnificent style. They go to the Boxing Day Test match where we bring you coverage from 10 o'clock in the morning with their confidence high and their goals achieved. They are the holders of the Ashes. They deserve to be. This has been a magnificent performance. We hope that you've enjoyed being with us. Until Boxing Day, a happy Christmas. Goodbye.
Oh, great shot. That's 4.
been watching the 3 Mobile Ashes.